Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD1 here, back here at Blazing Source, and we did get some really good news this morning, of course, on this bright Tuesday morning. And yeah, so if you guys have been around the internet the past weekend, you guys probably saw a particular game that I'm particularly hyped for get spoiled a lot, and it is very upsetting. I am fortunate enough to not have been spoiled yet. I have done my part to make sure that I don't get spoiled in terms of Twitter. I blocked a lot of words and stuff like that, and my DMs are closed, as well as I believe the comment sections on particular videos from here on out will be disabled. Of course, you know, those that are talking about Last of Us Part 2, and of course Road to Part 2 as well. We would love to talk to the community. I personally love reading comments and everything, but like, I know the overwhelming majority of you guys are very cool about it, you know, and would not post spoilers, but I know a few people that maybe are not subs of this channel will ruin it for me. So I'm gonna just do my part. I hope there's no disrespect to you guys. I think during streams, I don't know if I'm gonna look at the comment section that much. I may start using mods for those streams as well. We're gonna figure it out, guys, but let's start with the main topic at hand here, the release date updates for Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Ghost of Tsushima, to be exact. So we are reading this here from your PlayStation blog, and let's just start off with this. So both Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch Productions PS4 titles will launch this summer. This is written by, of course, Herman Hulst, the homie, head of Worldwide Studios. He says here, as our teams at Sony Interactive Entertainment and Worldwide Studios approach development milestones and confront the world changed by COVID-19, we find ourselves having to adapt to today's ever-changing environment. Amidst some disruptions to our working styles, we want to provide an update to PlayStation gamers who are eager to learn when our next exclusive titles will arrive to PlayStation 4. As we begin to see an ease in global distribution environment, I am pleased to confirm that Last of Us Part 2 will arrive on June 19th and Ghost of Tsushima will follow on July 17th. I want to personally congratulate and thank both teams at Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch Productions on their achievements. As we know, it's not an easy feat to reach the finish line under these circumstances. Both teams have worked hard to deliver world-class experiences, and we can't wait to see what you think of them when they release in just a few short months. And I finally want to thank the PlayStation community for their continuous support and patience. So there we go, guys. It's official. So Last of Us Part 2 is coming out June 19th, and Ghost of Tsushima will follow on July 17th. So this is a little bit interesting because I do still have to, you know, do the God of War stream series. I think we're gonna have to just overlap those two. I think we're gonna have to overlap, you know, Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, and we'll just, overlap the God of War stream series and the Last of Us replay series, and we will go from that, you know. And the way I have the Last of Us series, at least the way I have it planned out, it's gonna be very, very short episodes, like it's spread out across like 5 weeks. I will talk to you guys about it later. I gotta go back and talk with, you know, the Arachnite, and we'll figure it all out, but expect that here coming soon, now that the release date is in June of the 19th, and Ghost of Tsushima will follow on July 17th. So it was proven correctly by, you know, a lot of people, and even I said as well, that Ghost of Tsushima would inevitably get a delay, because, I mean, if you're gonna, you know, delay a game that was only coming out a month prior to Ghost of Tsushima, I don't understand delaying that game but not this game, you know what I'm saying? But we did get an interesting tweet here from Sucker Punch. So we say here that, as you may have seen, Ghost of Tsushima is moving out just a few weeks to July 17. There have certainly been challenges in adapting to game development in a work from home environment, but thanks to an incredible effort by our worldwide team, Ghost is nearly ready for release. There are a few finishing touches to apply and bugs to squash, so we'll put these extra couple weeks to good use. We hope you all are staying safe. We can't wait for you to play, and we'll have many more details on gameplay to share very soon. So I cannot wait for that, because I know, you know, details have been pretty sparse about the game. You know, like I feel like I still haven't seen like a HUD to the game, you know what I'm saying, and different aspects of that, and like what does the game look like in terms of like in between mission by mission standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there, you know, like it's a open world, but we haven't really seen the gameplay involving the open world per se. We've seen those, great massive landscapes and stuff like that, and like that's been covered, but not the actual gameplay in the open world and different stuff like that. So I can't wait to see some of that as well. Also, oddly enough, I just realized that, when I was watching back the video, I never really gave how I felt about the release dates. I think they're I think they're release dates that are, of course, acceptable, you know what I'm saying, for the circumstances that we have right now. I did feel like Part 2 was initially intended to be released a lot later than maybe they expected. And I know like a lot of people were, adding me on Twitter and stuff like that and saying that like, oh, like how is it, that they first said indefinitely and then only pushed it a month technically, you know what I'm saying? And like I do believe Sony and do believe Naughty Dog when they initially delayed it indefinitely around last month, and the fact that they were unsure at this point, like they didn't know how the world was going to turn out a month after that in terms of the supply chain, in terms of manufacturing physical copies, because I think that's the big issue. The issue is not the digital release, right? Like the digital release is still intact. It's the physical release that I think is like the main culprit and the thing that's been most hit by COVID-19, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I think just, of course, Sucker Punch, obviously, they had to ship the month because Last of Us was shipping a month as well, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of ended up, kind of figuring itself out, and we did get some reports last week of this potentially being the case, so I guess like maybe those did hold a lot more fruit than a lot of people were giving credit for. But overall, I think it's going to be a great release date, and it's really kind of, I guess, a little bit not like nostalgic, but a little bit like nice to kind of have the Part 2 release date be really, really close to E3, and it released around the same time as, hypothetically E3. There's no E3 this year, but like around that June month, you know what I'm saying? It just feels nice, you know what I'm saying? And it's dropping the June before a new console's coming out, so that is very much analogous to the original Last of Us as well. And I would like to see, Ghost of Tsushima right after in July and see how that all goes out. And yeah, so as I mean for me personally, I'm happy about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm very, very hyped for these release dates and everything. It's just a matter of just getting there without getting spoiled, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I'm worried, I'm definitely worried, guys. But make sure to stay safe out there, please, y'all. Of course, with the pandemic, most importantly, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me not mess my priorities here. Of course, the number one safety factor right now is, of course, the pandemic and making sure you're, staying at home, doing what you gotta do, but definitely stay safe from this Last of Us Part 2 spoilers, because they are rampant out here, so yeah. But I just want to bring you guys this video. There is another video coming up about Days Gone actually today. So I mean, hopefully, if I can record it in time, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I wish I never said that because I don't know if that's even coming out today. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Well, I guess not in the comment section since I'm probably gonna disable them. But hey, if comments weren't disabled, what would you write down there in the comments below? And also, while you are down there, or while you're hypothetically down there, make sure to go check out the description where you can find our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our anchor link to enjoy long-form content and podcast format. That, of course, being Road to Part 2, saves our podcast, and all that good stuff. A lot of you have enjoyed that as well. Please subscribe to Plays and Stories to keep up with the latest and greatest and Play Edition. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.